Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham latest news and update show for Friday, January 10th, The Breakfast Club. How is everyone doing this morning? And we have made it to the weekend. Thank football. It's Friday. Thanks all for coming in. And decided to talk a little bit about some Jack Marriott. And as you can see on the thumbnail, and Bruce got it right, I'll be Jack. I'll be Jack. There's an article today in the Leader Live about Jack Marriott, and I'll have my thoughts on it. I'd love to get your thoughts on it, too. And also the Andre Gray situation that is lingering in the background, and I'll give you my thoughts on that as well. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe to the Local Pundit if you haven't subscribed yet. We are on our way to 50,001 someday. So that should be fun. Again, I just want to give a shout out real quick to about tomorrow and the game. The Shrewsbury Huddersfield game is off. Yes, Welsh Techie just got it right. That game is off. That was going to be the watch along tomorrow. So we have pushed that. So right now it's just like Shrewsbury versus Wrexham next Thursday. I will figure out a watch along for tomorrow. Not sure what it's going to be, but we'll do that. It's always good to get a good distraction. If not anything, I'll do the Manchester United Arsenal game on Sunday. So we'll see. But also too, want to give a special shout out to everyone that's reached out for us. We are about the fires here in Southern California. It's absolutely insane, devastating. Just an update on us. We are okay. It's very sad what's going on. Oddly enough, we have had some friends that lost their houses, but oddly enough, they keep sending out fake error messages. So we keep getting alert messages at 4 a.m., at midnight to evacuate. So for lack of a better word, it's been a little bit stressful and a little bit, on our toes. But I really appreciate who is anyone that's reached out. It's not funny at all. It's not a laughing matter in any say. So it's really, really sad. So anyways, so that's it about that. But we are safe. And go back to ready to go if we need to go. So I appreciate everyone, reaching out and checking if we're all right. So thank you. All right, back to the show. And I'm going to give just desserts that Drew is in. And Bruce did get it right. Say it with an Austrian accent. I'll be Jack. There you go. Michael's in the house. Glenda's in the house. Hey, Glenda. Yep, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Remind me a little bit, Glenda. And Bruce has it down too. And again, the Shrewsbury is off. Thank you, Paul Kelly. Yes, we are okay here. We are okay. Okay. It's just been up and down. Sorry for the lack of energy. It's just lack of sleep and just concentrating watching TV all day. Evening all, says John Merrill. How are you doing, John? I think you guys play tomorrow. And happy to see that the background wall is not smoldering. You and me both, Bruce. You and me both. Happy you are safe. Thank you, Glenda. And hey, James Lee, have a non-Wrexham question. Well, go ahead and ask, brother. I hope you're well. All right, let's get into this Jack Marriott story. Okay. Wrexham striker Jack Marriott broke his leg in October, as we know. Right now, the transfer window is open. Hey, Goofy Splat, how are you? Right now, the transfer window is open, and there is other business going on, which we're going to talk about. Huddersfield Town getting the striker there, too. Getting a striker there in, I think it was, let me just check his name out here. Where is he? This is, Joe Taylor. There you go. Joe Taylor. Boom, from Luton Town. So business is happening right now. And I had my say, I tend to believe that I don't think we're going into the market for a striker. I've been saying it the last couple of weeks. I hope I'm wrong. I think we need a little more firepower. There's the Andre Gray story that's going around that keeps tipping around. And he was on the Fozcast. As you can see him right there, he was on the Fozcast. And they did play together at Watford. So, he's 33 years old. That's another thing we'll talk about, and we'll get into there too. Steve Barton, thank you for the super chat and the water bill. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Yes, the water bill is much needed. And thank you again, especially for the super chat. But back to the Jack Marriott sort of thing here. So obviously he injured himself back in October prior to the October 19th, and he was our top scorer at the time. And I think he's not our top scorer. I think it's Elliot Lee is our top scorer now, and he's right behind with 5 or something like that. I'm not too sure. 5 goals. Yeah, bagged 5 goals in 10 games. So Parkinson had said Jack has got another full week on the grass this week, meaning this week. He's sprinting and striking balls, and hopefully by the weekend, he will join in some part of training. All right? So another full week of training. He's running. He's kicking balls. Now, he's not match fit. He's not fit. He's just coming back. It's a broken leg. Atrophy probably set in a little bit. I'm going to repeat myself again. I don't think he's going to go into the market for a striker. I think he feels that he's going to come back and he's going to ride and he's going to ride Palmer like Zorro to the end of the season. I don't think it's right, but I think that's what he's going to do. I don't think he wants to upset the apple cart. JB65, hi, everybody. How are you doing? And Matt Baswell's in the house. Good morning, mate. 30 minutes work left. Hate the night shift. Well, Matt, get through your work. We're here for you. And, the community's here to help you get through that. And as you know, anything is anything to help you out to get through that. Awesome. Thank you very much. So back to the article here and Parkinson's quotes here. He's been sprinting and striking balls. It's good to have Jack back out there. He's got 5 goals early in the season. And his minutes per goal is still up there among the highest in the division. He's selling it to us. I need to sell it. He's selling it to us that when we don't go into the market and go sign a striker, this is what he's going to refer to. And I do know that we have free agents training with us, whatever that may be, if it's 2 strikers, whatever it is. But, this is what he's selling to us. And I'm fine. That's totally fine. I like Jack Merritt. I think he should be starting as soon as he possibly can without push for getting injured again. He goes on to say, we know he's got to work. He's got work to do, but he is very detrimental lad, and he is in morning, noon, and night working on every aspect of his fitness and strength to come back and make a contribution, which should be, I think, will be on the bench for the Birmingham City match. I would like to I wouldn't like to put a timeline on it, but Jack is like new. I wouldn't like to put a time on it, but with Jack, but it's looking like weeks now. So weeks. So there's 3 weeks left in the January transfer window. So he's saying basically, I don't want to put a timeline on it, but it looks like weeks now. So weeks, what does that mean? It could be 1 week times 2 weeks, in the market, get him back up and running, get him back on the pitch. I see the update. Andre Gray is off to a team in Turkey. All right. So we just shut that down right now. Great. Okay. Awesome. We'll shut that down. So we'll talk about that next. But he's saying that he's weeks away from now. It's going to be like a new signing for Phil Parkinson. I'm going to pull this down so we can get my face in there too. It's going to be like a new signing to him, and I think this is why we're not going to go into the market, which I'm fine with. He just needs to get back. He needs to get back to strike. We need to get back to scoring goals. As we said, Elliot Lee, he's injured and coming back. You need to get him back on the pitch and score goals. What do you guys think about this? Him coming back and Parkinson not signing somebody as a striker. What do I want to know about it? Do you think Budvarczyk will be swapped out? Think he's going to bring somebody else in? What's going to happen? I tend to think that this is Parkinson selling the Jack Merritt as a new signing coming back in essentially, and we're going to get our strike force back and we're going to go. That's what I think is happening. I think Jack started out like for lack of a better word, and I hate to use this now, a barn burner. Came out and he looked great. He absolutely like a different man from last year. He was trying a little bit too hard, but the goals, he's a different type of striker than Mullen. Mullen drops a little deeper, I think Jack is a little bit more aggressive. He's like a terrier running around the ground, even though Mullen does put pressure out there, but Jack is he's agile, a little bit more agile, a little bit more movement. And he was playing well off of Palmer. And I give Palmer a lot of credit, and Fletcher for that matter, at least in the beginning of the season. So I think Parkinson seeing it as he's getting his top goal scorer back, may not be Mullen, but I think he thinks I'm going to get a new striker. There's no need to go into the market and upset everyone up front. We have a lot of strikers, so it is what it is. So goes on to say the Reds will be back in action Thursday, blah, 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 at Shrewsbury Town, the cross-border derby in the New Meadow Lane. That's where we're going to be. Parkinson, last quote here. I've got the opportunity to go and see Shrewsbury play on Saturday, so that will be good about the Reds boss. So that was supposed to be tomorrow. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. But what say you? Do you think this is going to be a new signing for Parkinson and we don't go into the market for a striker? I want to get your thoughts on that. So Andre Gray, take that out. What were you talking about there? Apparently he's in Turkey. Got to sign for a Turkish club. Good. 33 years old, 5'10". We don't want him. I don't want him. James Lacey, want to do a college football watch along tonight? I know you'd asked for me a couple of questions about Texas because the Ants marching. Arch Manning tonight would be a good night to actually watch the game and ask questions. I don't think I can do it tonight, James, but maybe the final. And good luck tonight. I'm rooting for you guys as well. Andre Gray is off to a team, and James, we'll talk on the side. We'll talk on the side too. Andre Gray is in team in Turkey. Got that one. Could be spot. It's mad how we have needed a big striker for the past 2 years, and it looks like there's more years to wait. I think Goopy Splat's agrees with me that we're not going to go into the market, but I think we should. again, instead of riding Palmer like Zorro until the end of the year, I would go in and I don't want to woulda, coulda, shoulda. I just think Parkinson is set in his ways, and I think he likes his strikers, and he doesn't want to upset the card. So that's what I think. We have what we need when everyone is healthy, says Steve Barton. I think that's the thought process for Parkinson. This is going to be a stupid summer if we don't get an upstart on getting this team younger and more athletic for our push for promotion and the ability to stay in the championship and consolidate. That's a good thought right there. Let's get up there first. We're not going for consolidation. Hell no. We're going up. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't be signing free agents. I wouldn't be looking at guys at 33 years old that be going out. I'd spend the M's and I'd go get somebody in for firepower. But I think Parkinson is saying, I got Jack Marriott coming back, and he's going to score goals for me. Mullen will come good. Palmer's doing the job. Ellie Lee will score goals. Get everyone back and healthy. That's what I think the concept is. I could be totally wrong. Just my thoughts. It's just my thoughts. We gave Mullen 2 months to get into game shape, so at least a month or more before Marriott can play 90 minutes. Probably. So you're looking at impact player, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. We're looking at it. I think it's a risk. I think it's a risk if we don't go into the market. But again, it's not my team. We're just here to report the news and have a conversation. And that's just where I'm at right there. Aaron says, I think it's unfair to expect Jack to be our savior. No guarantees he can be back into the form he was before the window. True. I think that's a lot of pressure, which is also the same pressure, Aaron. And you'll know this. If we bring Dalby back, Dalby come back and score goals. He's doing it up north. And he's got to come back and score goals for us. He's one of our own, one of those things. But I think it's a lot of pressure to put on him. I totally agree. And this is why it's an interesting situation. It's a very, very interesting situation. The guy, Joe Taylor, signed from Luton. I think he hasn't scored in like 22 games playing there. It's a risk. You're always going, anyone you go into the market or even having some come back from injury, is always a risk that they're not going to be able to perform at the highest level when they come back. Look at Paul Mullen. He's obviously underperformed this year. Now he's coming back from a back surgery. Whether how big or small that back surgery was, it was his back. It was an injury, and he hasn't hit those heights when he was last year getting back in. But we are giving him time, to play himself in form because we have no other choice. Who's Parkinson going to play, or who would Parkinson want to play? He has no other choice. So I do think that Jack will have pressure on him for his own good. I hope that it doesn't mess with his head, but I think that it's an opportunity for him to get his feet back under him in the next couple of weeks, obviously. And I think he's going to be on the bench for the Burmese. I just have a feeling there. Barton says, however, if we are serious about promotion, we need to buy big now before FFP regulations. Yes, that's a little bit out of my jurisdiction of the FFP stuff, but I totally agree with you. Spend the money now, get into the championship, worry about it later. Bruce says, not convinced Marriott Mullen position striker. Why the Gray rumor was a question, but Palmer Fletcher position striker. Why the Gray rumor was a question mark. I don't know what that means, but not convinced a Marriott Mullen position striker. Not convinced to him. So I would play Marriott Mullen together. That's what I would do. But I'm not finding the second part of that, Bruce, and not trying to be. I'm not following it. Aaron, Glenda agrees with Aaron, and we definitely need to go into the market. I agree with you. And Bruce says we need to find a striker that one can be found. There's players out there. I think it's about spending the money to do it, spending the money to do it, bringing them in. Obviously, there's several other factors. There's got to be two sides. No, actually three sides. You got the agent, you got the player, and you got the club. That's it. Those are the clubs. They have to agree to the terms to bring someone in. So if we're willing to do that, someone to come in. I just don't know if Parkinson is ready to do that. Wrexham appears to be in the market. Wrexham clearly doesn't have to have what it needs when no more than 20-minute super subs. Fletcher has to go on at half when Palmer doesn't have it, which is how many games now has Palmer not scored? I agree with you. I agree with you. But this seems to be, we're just grinding down. He has a lot of belief in his defense. So Palmer plays 60, 65 minutes, and then he brings on Fletch, and Fletch has done bits. I mean, crazy bits for us. And we've gotten, Rathbone's coming to have goals. I agree, but that's just the makeup. I don't know. I'm hoping that is enough if we don't get somebody in the market. But, he's talking about Jack Marriott as he's come back from a new signing. And he probably thinks he is a new signing at this point because of our striking. It's not bad. I'm not just saying striker, Josh. I'm talking the entire team turnover to the bottom of the squad with younger, more talented players that will help us stay in the championship next season if we go up. That is a big overhaul. And if we do get up, we got to spend that dough. Got to spend that money. Gotta one of these. Jack will probably need a couple months to get really into it. So more towards the end of the season. Thruple promotion, 1864. I think you're new, but that haven't been much to laugh about these days, but that one made me laugh. Welcome, Thruple promotion. And where are you watching from? It's official that Joe Taylor has joined Huddersfield. Yes, he's right here. There's the official announcement there. As you can see, he's joined their club. Well done. I don't know if we were in for him or not, but welcome, Joe. There he is. Yep. Well done to them signing players. And they are hot on our tail. Just get this down here. All right. Pull this back down. Sorry. Okay. Note that Wrexham cannot recall Dalby to sell to any club other than Dundee since Dalby played the Wycombe game at the start of the season. Those are probably rules, I'm sure. Though a break is different from a ligament disc. It can be fast to return once the doctor's given the go-ahead. Yes, a break. I think he's talking about Jack. And let's go get Langstaff on loan. Dude just gets in the right places. Fox in the box. Need a big target man too. Ollie looks spent. I'm all for that. Just don't know if we're going to do it. Catching live. Hey, Ruth. Thank you for the note. Good to see you. Palmer contributes to set piece defense. He wears down to the opposition defense. Wrexham needs someone that can do that and also has sharper cutting edge. That's what is tricky find at the moment. Yeah. His defensive duties, that's what he's doing. What about his offensive duties? Are they just nailed to knock the ball to nowhere? Watch him play. Watch how many knockdown balls go to nobody. Watch how many headers he misses. I'm not going to go into deep on him because this isn't really about Palmer today, but Palmer contributes this on offense. How many goals does he have? 2, 1? In my opinion, that's what I think. Problem solved. Ronaldo. Yes, I think he scored today too, Steve Barton. And thank you very, very much for that super chat. If anyone doesn't know, Steve Barton has the theory. He's putting it out there. He's just going to reel it in. Ronaldo's going to sign, score 50 goals for us. He's going to make it happen. So that super chat is just more than just a $10 super chat. That is a dream. He's throwing it out there. Make a wish upon a star. And there we go. He wants Ronaldo to come in, $10 million, 50 goals, going up to the championship, and part of the club. That's what that is about. That's what that is about. Sorry, I'm choking on myself there. Yeah, and love Steve. Everyone loves Steve. Yes, I believe everyone in here has become a member, I think, because of Steve. And everyone should thank him profusely. He's an absolute legend, just like everyone else. And he's fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic. Thruple promotion, 1864. I cannot believe I'm just saying that without. Oh, it just makes me laugh. I love it. I made it especially for you, Josh. I knew you needed a laugh and would get that joke. I'm in Canada, and I needed it. I appreciate you very, very much. I appreciate everybody too. We have needed a laugh. It's been a couple of weeks there too. But it's been very interesting. Briefing SoCal's here. Maria, I hope you were safe. Miss you. And James Lee says, effing Steve. Yes, Steve. Last one here. At James Lee, he doesn't yet have an upper body strength to play in Palmer's role. Talking about Mo Fall. Well, he needs to use his ass, not his upper body. That's where your strength comes from on the pitch. Legs, not your upper body. It's Mo Fall. But I agree. Well, maybe it's a combination of both. So, Bruce, maybe I'm not being fair to you. I think you're right. But I was trained, use your lower body, use your ass, use your hips, lower body strength. If you're if you're going shoulder to shoulder, guys are bigger than you, you got to get knocked. So you got to get low, you got to back in, and you got to use your legs and ass, your quads. Those are big. And you're right. To be fair to Bruce and James right here, Mo Fall doesn't have the body strength period to do that. He needs to bulk up a little bit. So I agree with all of you. He's still a young guy. Morning, Wayne. How are you? Morning, Wayne. Good to see you. Hope you are very well down there. All right. Anything else? Another article here I want to talk about. Everyone will eventually love Josh. Someday. I love you all. Okay. So this is another one here about Fletcher. this was yesterday. Basically, Parkinson talking about Fletcher again. He's just giving his just desserts to him. I think we all need to praise this gentleman right here. He has been playing out of his skin, and I'd rather be lucky than good sometimes. And you put that together, and it makes a pretty good combination. He's been lucky and good. He puts himself in positions. He's a leader on the pitch, and if he only has 15 minutes in the tank for him to go out there and do that with the top knot, he's going to go out there and put 150% in, and usually good things happen. There's a player, I think, at Dundee that we were talking about. Who was that player? I can't. My mind's fried today. Who's the player at Dundee that he played with that we allegedly are looking at? I don't know if that's true. But quotes here from Parkinson about Fletcher. He said, obviously my time. Oh, no, this is Fletcher. Sorry. Obviously my time has been limited with my knee and stuff, but it's working well with me and the gaffer, says Fletcher, who celebrates his 38th birthday in March. Young man. When he needs me, I try to go and do what I can. He's brilliant, especially for me in my stage of my career. He's approachable. He will come and speak to you every day. From a personal point of view, he's been brilliant for me. Just the way he uses me and the way he treats me. He's talking about Parkinson. And, you got to have that. There needs to be a two-way conversation between, especially guys, a two-way conversation between manager and player, managing staff and player. And it sounds like these guys, because I think he was supposed to retire. Remember that? He was supposed to retire. And he basically, I guess, talked into staying, and thank God he did. And I had said, I think Patty had said he wanted to retire, or not wanted him, and indicated that he thought he was going to retire. So I'm glad he did not. But the two-way conversation between an older player at 37, I don't want to call old, and for the manager, like, I got 15 minutes of me, and that's it. And Parkinson seems to know what he brings to the table, and they have a good communication for what they're doing. And he's been on the bench. If he's not injured, he's on the bench, and he's usually coming in at 70 minutes, and he's usually crushing it for us. He said he understands his body. Obviously, I'm 37 now. He understands my body. Excuse me. This is Palmer. Sorry, this is a little frazzled. My brain is frazzled. Fletcher, this is. He said, I understand my body. Obviously, I'm 37 now, and he's been great for me. I really enjoy working under him, and I think that's sentiment right there too. We talk about some taxes and shit like that, but I think every player loves playing for Parkinson, and that's a great thing. It starts man management and then goes there. You don't see guys that are getting pissed off, I'm sure, but he's a player that I think he's helping out the young guys, which is great. Obviously him and Mo have a good relationship, which is awesome. So it's good to have him out there and long. If he has just 15 minutes in him for the rest of the season, for the rest of the games for the year, and he comes in and makes a difference, awesome. That said, my heart and head can't take a 90-minute goal every single week. I will fall over in exhaustion. But if it means we go up, awesome. But I think it's good that he's there, and I'm really happy for him. Late goals. You always believe in Fletch in the middle of the goal that something good will happen, says Parkinson. Yes, he's a high-quality player. He's top class in everything he does. His awareness around him, and he has very high standards at the Premier League level. I think it's good. I think it's got to be close for a club record, isn't it? 4 home games and 4 goals. Someone could probably look that up. Talking about his goal record, I think he's got 4 and 6 subs. Fletch has had a problem with his knee this season, which we've had to manage his training during the week. So, guys, one of those players like probably didn't train during the week, goes out there, scores goals to win. That's it. He probably didn't train during the week, a little light touch here and there. He ain't running around doing it, but different body shape than you would say like a Macca. Macca's a little more compact, leaner. They're all lean. They're all football players. A little leaner and a little bit more athletic at this stage. But this guy probably sits there, goes on the bike, does his bits, comes out and crushes it. It says we just haven't been able to get in the training and the volume to start him. Oh, there's a note there. We just haven't been able to get the training volume in to start him. So there you go again, knowing your body, knowing what you can do, saying to basically like he ain't going to start a match, but he can definitely finish one. Like if he's going to go out there and end it. He's getting better now. We were tempted to start him against Peterborough. Thank God we didn't, because we knew the game would be a bit flatter with the sheer volume of games we had. But if you start Fletch, you lose the impact of him coming on, and he was brilliant again with another goal. This is Parkinson giving him praise. So, look, he thought about doing it, starting him, and he didn't. He knew better. He's like, If we do now, we won't have him for the impact. And we have said several times, I think in the chat, I think it was Aaron, he's our best super sub, and he's proven that too. But yes, if you start him, he doesn't when the teams are worn down after I guess battling it with Palmer, let's say. He's going to come in and do bits. So we're back in action on Thursday. But good article there about Fletcher talking about his body, understanding him, the relationship between Fletcher and the manager and the coaching staff, and understand what he's giving to the team. And it's been unbelievable volumes of what he can do, even in a short amount of time. And it's also very, very hard. Anyone that played sport to come in, as you can see from Jack Marriott last year, coming off the bench to try to make an impact or catch up a game or play from behind or tie to try to win a game. That's not easy to do. That's a different mentality. It's like a closing pitcher. I was a starting pitcher. Different mentality than a closing pitcher. Closing pitcher is all right. You got a guy. He's on third. You got to make sure that guy doesn't get in. Got 2 outs. Got to throw strikes. Can't make a mistake. So when he's coming on Fletcher, the confidence that he has and the managers have, he's like a closer. He's like a Mariano Rivera coming in and just, all right, we can't make mistakes. Got to go and win the match. Awesome. So the Mariano Rivera reference, I don't know if anyone will get that, but there we go. Let's get back to the chat. Stephen Fletcher will only get better, says triple promotion. Wrexham. Old dogs get fueled up by appreciation. The last hurrah before well-earned retirement. Yes, sir. He will go help us get up. Paul Kelly says Fletcher is so good on the ball. No comparison between him and Palmer. No, I mean, night and day. Paul Kelly, night and day. And I think you don't even need to watch football on a daily basis to see that. As a former player, Parkey knows how to communicate with the lads. Yes, he does, says Steve Barton. My cardiologist isn't a fan of a 90-minute goal strategy. No, nobody is. And Bruce says, hang loose. And so Shrewsbury for Huddersfield match is called off. So you're trying for another watch along tomorrow. Yes, I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I might. There's a couple games on Paramount Plus. We could do that. We could hold off. What do you get your thoughts? Do we take a break? I'd love to not to. I'd love to have the distraction if we can. If I got a bee in my bonnet, I'll put one up. But, what say you about the games tomorrow? You said it, brother. And we wear them down and bring on the Scottish Viking. Jesus, says Steve Barton. And I'd rather have the impact of a 2-0 lead. Wayne, from your lips. A2ZEV is back. A2ZEV is back. Hope you're well. Wayne, hope you're well. Shea Daddy's here. Fletcher is Wrexham's versus of Chicharito for Man United. Oh, yeah, he was a good impact player. Sir Alex Ferguson loves some Chicharito. Loved him. Fletcher is a super sub that is highly functional. Don't fix what's not broken. Well, Shea Daddy, the way we can fix it is by getting goals early so we don't have to worry about him coming on and maybe give him a rest. That's what I would fix. Long time, Kosh. I think you mean Josh. How are you? We're okay. We are okay. We've been struggling with the fires and, kind of on edge out here, as you all probably know. I'm a Wrexham fan and a West Ham fan and for what did I do to football gods that deserve us? No, you guys have sacked your manager and so did Everton as well. One PP game is the former coming opponent in the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Cup. One PP game is the former. I think that's PP. I don't know what that PP. Paul Parkinson game is the former coming opponent in the J. Yeah, Vale. Talking about Vale. Oh yeah, the Vale game. Yes, the Vale game. That game is on tomorrow, isn't it? I think that's the other game I saw. One possibility. I don't know. I'm trying. Paramount Plus. Bruce. Paramount Plus. That's the game I was looking at too. League 2 game. Their Vale is playing. I said that in this chat earlier today. Vale is playing somebody. So that's the game I was probably looking at to do. I would welcome the random TLP football watch along. Just say when. Yes, Ruth H. Yes, we'll think about doing that probably for the final. But tonight, probably not a possibility just because of everything that's going on. Just saying. But tomorrow, maybe we'll do the Paramount Plus Vale game. That might be it. So, all right. Nothing else really going on other than the signing of the Huddersfield Town picking up Joe Taylor. That's what's going on. Other thing too, I wanted to take a quick peek at what the hell's going on here. That's not what I want to do. I hate everybody at this point. So this is another kind of sad news, stupidness. before we move on. Fletcher is limited the speed and quickness against fresh squad. He comes in against a tired team and can exploit them, as we have witnessed. Yes, please, yes, he does do that. And yes, the League Two games are CBS cuts through their League Two contract responsibilities with Wrexham off on Saturday. Yeah, apparently it's just literally if there's no Wrexham, they ain't doing it. And please smash that like button too. Another thing I want to get to, moving on a little bit. This angers the shit out of me.
Wrexham's new multi-million-pound training ground site was hit by thieves just a month after the club, owned by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, won its planning battle over development. With impressive results on the pitch, the ownership have looked to upgrade the club's facilities. One of the investments the owners are seeking to make is in the youth side, with work starting on a multi-million-pound development. According to reports in Wales, thieves have stolen expensive machinery and equipment from the construction site of Wrexham's new academy training ground. But just months after tentative work started on the site, it was targeted by burglars over the Christmas period. A spokesperson for the club confirmed that the club had filed a police report and would look to recover the costs of the stolen items via Wrexham's insurers.
So that is the most ridiculous thing ever. Who the fuck is stealing shit and burglarizing it? I'm sure, I don't know if it's 100% true, but if that's the case, that's like the looters out here in California. They've arrested 20 people so far that are looting people out here in California because they've left their homes empty because they have been evacuated. Unreal stuff. If it's true, get these people, prosecute them, and put them in jail. So that's all I'll say about that. But that's absolutely ridiculous. Hopefully that if that is true, they catch them and they're held responsible. So just want to not end on that note right there, but just want to put that out there. It is in news. It is a report that had come out. So I know it came out yesterday, but that's one thing I just wanted to touch on with everybody. Marie from SoCal says Reading is playing an FA Cup game on ESPN Plus. Yes, I'll probably watch that when we get off. And hi, Hip Karma. How are you? Glenda says hi. And hello, Glenda. I'm late to the party. Should have checked earlier. How are you? Good to see you. Yep, thieves suck. Yes, they do, Steve Barton. All right, let's get everyone on here. I will let everyone know what watch along we are going to do tonight, tomorrow morning. We're going to do one. I'll figure out what it is, and I might do the FA Cup game between Arsenal and Manchester United on Sunday as well. So we shall see. Just gotta figure out what's going on, but I'll figure something. We will be watching because we can't go a week without being with each other watching football. Come on. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Please smash a like on the video. Steve, thank you for the super chats and everyone else coming in late. And take care of myself. Thank you, Ruth. Yes, Ruth, appreciate you. Please smash a like and share on the way out, and I'll be help out the algorithm and get it up. Keep going, keep fighting this thing, and keep growing this fantastic community. And I appreciate everyone taking a reaching out to me and checking on us too. One last one here. Hi everyone, sneaking in after a meeting. I hope the news report is false. Just saw another game is canceled for tomorrow. I'm gonna look at Sandhill Cranes instead. Sandhill Cranes instead. Okay, I don't know what that is, but text me later. And stay safe, Josh. Thank you. Big hugs. Thank you, Skip Karma. And good morning, Esteban. I can't get out of here. Not that I want to. Hey, Josh, how are you? Thank you. And Glenn, good to see you. Fletcher thrives in 2 to 5% drop off in pace in late stages. He's an aspiration to the younger place he is. And thank you, Esteban. We are doing okay. As I'm trying to wrap it up here too. I really appreciate everyone and just keep an eye on us out here. And Kelly Davidson, thanks for coming in. But yeah, we will find a game for it to watch it tomorrow. And on that bombshell, I'll see y'all soon. Thank you, Kelly.